So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself. Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
Ja, Leute, willkommen zurück zu Call of Juarez Gunslinger. Auf der Jagd nach dem nächsten. Ich habe gar nicht richtig zugehört. aber es wird da bestimmt gut werden.
I dodged death many a time.
What the
And that
fuck?
night in Abilene was no different.
Rudi, what the fuck? Ich bin gerade erst
I was there
reingekommen.
with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
I think he's scared.
Aua.
Goddamn, he's hot.
Na, ich habe hier ein paar Probleme. Hier sind ziemlich viele Gegner. Aber hier sind ein paar Leute, ne? Alter, meine Maus. So. Diggi, ich habe ihn nicht getroffen. Okay, da habe ich ihn. Okay, der ist down. Zeig dich, Baby. Wow. Von viel zu tief. Und jetzt steht er auf, oder was? Warum sind wir eigentlich direkt im Gefecht? Das verstehe ich nicht. Sind da noch welche?
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe. It was coldin' a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres to the very same saloon we're sitting in today. Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and
Und was?
wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. He was a bona fide folk hero by then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Damn it! Shoot that son of a bitch!
They didn't ask why I was there. They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun
The
hang.
fuck? Wo?
And that was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was.
Alter Schwede. Wo?
I had
Da
to spill a
vorne.
lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in
Rudi.
town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head.
Ich hab doch seinen
Some were
scheiß Schädel im
hightailing
Visier
it into
gehabt.
town to inform their Hefe of my unwelcomed presence.
Ach, die Knarre ist auf Reichweite so scheiße, ne? Na, geht doch. Bisschen Gewehrmunition wäre geil.
Did that asshole just kill Red?
Ja, ich habe Randy gekillt, tut mir leid. Aber er wollte es nicht anders. Ist hier noch einer, oder? War's das schon?
Tell Hardin someone's coming for him.
Von wo?
Stop that sumbitch!
Von wo? Hinter mir?
Let the boys know we got another law dog.
Hä? Komme ich hier hoch? Oder hinten? Ist das der, den ich gehört habe, oder wen habe ich gehört?
I wondered if Bob was among them.
Ja. Das gilt es herauszufinden, nicht wahr? Wenn ich auch weiß, wo lang. Da, okay. Dann let's go, baby.
And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
Okay, jetzt sind wir hier angekommen. In the city und müssen uns wahrscheinlich nochmal da durchkämpfen.
Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Ich sage ja, Revolver auf diese Reichweite ist scheiße. Alter! Alter! Dem habe ich kurz ein paar Dinger reingejagt. Ist hier nicht auch irgendwo einer? Ah, ich habe versucht, den irgendwie so wegzuholen. Oh wow, ich habe so gute Schüsse drauf. Schieße ich gegen das Ding vielleicht? Zeig dich bitte.
God damn you!
Ja, God damn me!
Time to die!
Nein! Time to die, motherfucker! Heißt es wohl er?
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
Ein bisschen Munition wäre geil. Jetzt muss ich jetzt erstmal auf den Revolver wechseln. Weil die haben alle kein scheiß Gewehr dabei.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
God damn me!
There he is!
Alter Schwede.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility.
Wen nennst du Mörder? Ja, Entschuldigung angenommen.
I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived, as a moment later I was facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Oh je. Er hat einen für
I felt
Schnarchen
a bolt of
getötet.
adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Oh oh, ich sterbe. Okay.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Okay, also haben wir noch ein paar Bier ausgegeben. Alter, die Präzision war richtig scheiße in dieser Runde. Aber gut, ich habe gerade auch erst wieder angefangen. Ich muss wieder reinkommen.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
Grey Wolf, der graue Wolf.
Yes, I did, Ben. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Interessant. Jetzt kämpfen wir auch gegen die Indianer. Silas Grease erfolgte gefährliche Gesetzlose wie John Wesley Hardin in der Hoffnung, sie würden, ja, whatever.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Vor langer Zeit in den Bergen. Weit, weit
Grey
weg.
Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people.
Zack. Okay, ich habe einen neuen sechsdurchigen. So, schnellster Schütze, schnelles Zielen. Wähle deine Zieler schneller aus, deine Zielgeschwindigkeit mit jeder Waffe steigt um 30%, okay?
The U.S.
Cool.
Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
Ja, macht schon Sinn, dass er scheiße ist. Aber wieso habe ich keine
Right
Waffe?
from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move.
Okay, jetzt
He
haben wir
led a
einen
band of young
verzierten
Apache
Revolver.
warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
Ja, aber wir werden Grey Wolf töten. Der graue Wolf wird verrecken. Oh, das geht. The fuck. Ja, okay. Ich wollte gucken, ob ich die aus der Luft kriege, aber ne.
They saw me before I saw them.
Okay, erstmal hier Deckung gehen und nachladen. Mal schauen, ob hier noch jemand ist. Okay, ich sehe gerade niemanden. Und ich höre auch niemanden.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Ja. Oh! Ach du Scheiße! Oh! Rudi! Was war denn mit dem los? Der ist einfach um mich losgestürmt. Au, au. Rudi, ich habe keinen Aim, ne? Und der Revolver ist eh nicht gerade so geil. Er hatte doch seinen Kopf im Visier. Wo ist denn der? Komme ich hier rein? Ne, hier gibt's nichts für mich, oder? Doch. Okay, weiter geht's. Ein paar Gegner
It
gibt
was
es
rugged
bestimmt noch.
country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas, and that's why they had retreated there.
Au! Ich kann das nicht, was die
I
Indianer machen.
admit to having some regrets about going after them
Hallo.
the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
Okay, ich bin, glaube ich, auf jeden Fall noch richtig, oder? Lol, genau reingerannt. Oh, verdammt. Oh, schön dem Wasser
Did you find
folgen.
Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Von wo? Hä? Oh, wo trifft mich denn hier noch einer? Oh mein Gott. Der sitzt da einfach in der Ecke. Oh, die einmal minimal daneben ziehen und schon ist daneben geschossen. Ja, okay, macht Sinn, ne? Macht Sinn. Okay, Dynamit werfen. Mehr Konzentration für Kopfschüsse. Vielleicht sollte ich ab und zu mal Konzentration nutzen, kann das sein? Würde auf jeden Fall Sinn machen, oder? Gut, dass er sich ankündigt, indem er
A deep
rumschreit.
crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Ich glaube, da komme ich nicht rüber. Also schön hier links rum. Na geil. Das klingt doch einladend. Wenn die gleich irgendwo von der Ecke so rauskommen. Jo. Aua, aua. Ja, ich sollte vielleicht irgendwann mal die Konzentration nutzen. Könnte auf jeden Fall Sinn machen.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the walls.
Praktisch. Nur hoffen, dass sie uns jetzt nicht angerannt kommen hier. Diggi, kipp doch schneller um, damit ich sehe, wo ich hinschieße. So, hier einmal nachladen. Und der ist down. Ist da noch einer? Nö, ich sehe niemanden. I don't see anybody. Nein, ich will keine Schrotflinte. Ich würde behaupten, ich muss hier lang.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Digga. Diese Revolver sind auch scheiße, ne? Guck euch das an. Man zieht auf den Kopf und trifft mit den Dingern trotzdem nicht. Da! Ich hab den scheiß Kopf im Visier und treff nicht. Dreckswaffe, Alter. Einmal direkt auf den Körper ballern dann. Ist
They
sicherer.
thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Ja.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Fuck. Was? Willst du mich verarschen? Der schießt durch die Wall und kann mich töten? Digga, das Game ist an manchen Stellen einfach so buggy, ne? Ohne Scheiß. Einfach buggy, Alter. Oh, 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 oh. So. Digga, ich hätte mein Gewehr gerne wieder. Ihr scheiß Idioten. Mit euren Tomahawks kommt ihr angerannt. Die könnt ihr euch sonst wohin stecken, Alter. Was ist los? Hier unten keiner? Okay.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death. I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind.
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
He said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior, or something like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk. I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kinda like a miracle.
Ja klar, einfach kurz die Treppe rauf. Warum nicht, ne? Wenn die einfach
I felt
plötzlich
like I would
auftaucht.
be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering whitewater river.
Geil. Ich habe Space gedrückt, aber bin nicht gesprungen. Das freut mich sehr. Brudi.
I chased after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am relating exactly what happened to me. There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Ja, viel mehr, Little Lady, Alter. Nur, dass ich mich da durchkämpfen muss und du nicht. Von wo denn jetzt schon wieder, Mann? Ich sehe immer nur die Richtung, aber ich sehe da niemanden. Die schießen einfach durch die Wände oder so.
I had a steep climb up creek ahead of me and scrambled up those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me.
Ja, hier kommen doch safe wieder hunderte Gegner jetzt.
And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh,
Und ich
come
kann hier
on.
nicht
Who
raus,
you
oder was?
kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it ended.
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Digga. Wer hat noch nicht, wer will noch mal? Und jetzt schießen sie wieder, oder was? Sturmtruppler! Diggi. Ah, noch
And
jemand?
in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before.
Ja, krasse Geschichte, Bruder.
I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air.
Ja, der war einfach
Never
weg.
did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Erledigt. 100 Feinde. Läuft, ne? Viele, viele Gegner. Viele, viele Gegner.
Thank you, darling. It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Ja, die Dalton-Brüder.
Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of right.
I did my best, sir. We all did.
Naja. Grauer Wolf, der Medizinmann der Apachen, gab Silas eine mysteriöse Warnung mit auf den Weg und wies ihn an, sich nicht von Verbitterung und Hass vergiften zu lassen. Diesmal war ich schnell genug, es zu lesen.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street. Story was Bob Dalton's girl was always writing him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up. Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property.
Ich bin in der Bank, Leute. Läuft das sehr gut. Und Tür eintreten.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity, but everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently.
Weil du es
First of
gelesen
all,
hast.
it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker.
Die sollen die
Marshals
Bank
tried to
gelangen.
get the
Okay.
Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of a bitch.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns.
Wie
He
soll ich
went
in
in
die...
there alone to confront those criminals.
Okay, lol.
One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting.
Wahrscheinlich hier rein, oder was? Nö.
From above. Fortunately, a water tower was right there.
Okay, ich sehe den Wasserturm. Ist doch der hier gemeint, oder? Wahrscheinlich schon, ja.
A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Ich kann hier schon mal weiter skillen. Verstecken ist zwecklos. Tipps zu Gegner. Okay. Vielleicht ist das ganz praktisch. Nehmen wir mal mit. Okay, ich bin oben
Brave
angekommen.
men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
What the fuck war das denn jetzt?
He's got company.
Heroic
So,
men
Paulo
like him
sind down.
who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Is that Silas
Jim
Greaves?
Booth, Davy
Son
Crockett,
of a
who
bitch!
died defending the Alamo.
Let's go, baby. Der ist down. Nee, noch nicht. Noch habe ich nicht genug. Einmal nachladen. Hä, wieso nennst du mich Mörder? Bist du selber hier drin mit der Knarre, Mann? Also echt mal. Oh, die Dinger sind schon leer. Irgendwo in der Nähe liegt immer ein Goldnugget, was? Oh, lol.
Over there!
Uah. Der kam jetzt von hinten, ne?
That's Silas Greaves. What the hell?
Blam! He came away victorious, taking down those thieving Daltons.
Goldenes Gewehr. Geil. Nehme ich auch gerne an mich. Fuck.
His name was Silas Greaves, and when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Jetzt gehen wir da nochmal durch. Nur aus einer anderen Sicht wetten.
It was early evening, not high noon. The Daltons blew up a safe,
Yeah.
and were all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies. I've been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless. And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob two banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. They still had friends in Coffeeville.
What? Der hat das überlebt?
Shoot, I dare you.
Wo ist der Gegner?
Oh, now what?
Hinter der Tür wie so ein kleiner dreckiger Hund. Soll ich hier rein oder nicht? Ich weiß gar nicht mehr, habe ich nicht zugehört. Nö. Okay.
Hey, you got us a hero. Put some holes in them.
Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day. But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Wow. Ja, shit happens. Diesen Aufbau kennen wir doch. Hier drüben ist ein Goldnugget. Wo? Hä? Ich weiß, aber hier ist nix. Na dann, wenn da nichts ist, dann egal. Oder hier drin. Ne, hier. Geil.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up.
Meine Nase juckt.
Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape.
Scheiße.
The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Jo, habt ihr's bald mal? Verdammte Scheiße, ey. Ich würde behaupten, hier hoch. Aber was dann? Sicher, dass ich hier lang muss, Game? Ja, wohl doch.
The youngest. And he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers. And I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
You ain't getting by me, Greaves. Gonna send you to the bone orchard.
Nö, schaffst du nicht, Brudi.
But Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
Ja, aber ich hab so ein großer nur aus seinen Kopf geschossen. Wie kann er das überleben mit 23 Kugeln,
I
Digga?
have to admit, that boy had grit.
23 Kugeln. Und er überlebt es. Was eine Legende, Alter. Muss man auch erstmal schaffen. Glaubt ihr, dass es wirklich jemanden gab, der 23 Schüsse überlebt hat? Gut möglich. Vielleicht einfach mal googeln, könnt ihr mich ja wissen lassen. Würde mich brennend interessieren.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this.
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
Das sagt niemals nie, Alter. Alles möglich. Alles klar. Okay, ich glaube, ich hätte die auch so durchgekonnt.
Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell.
Okay,
It
da
was
laufen
tough
meine
to stay on a
Leute.
true course. So we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Ja. Schön der roten Spur folgen dann wahrscheinlich. Und wir werden die finden und vernichten, so viel steht fest.
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Okay, ich gehe mal hier lang. Missionsanzeige können wir nicht benutzen schon mal, steht fest.
Bury 'em in the swamp. Plant 'em where they stand.
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
Wurden wahrscheinlich von den Daltons bezahlt, dir nicht zu helfen. Okay. Aber hier sieht es so aus, als würde ich hier reinkommen, oder? Ja.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Woody! Woody! I don't wanna die, motherfucker!
I can kill you.
Aua. Kann ich hier rüberspringen, ohne dass hier noch jemand sitzt?
The boys had
Ja.
established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Alter!
Let's see what you got.
Was stimmt denn nicht mit denen?
This is gonna hurt.
Digga, was stimmt nicht mit denen? Warum binden sich hier Dynamit um die Wampe?
Point being, I was under serious attack.
What the fuck?
Blow your damn head off. Wounded grizzlies twice.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen.
Ja, toll. Gut, dass wir so viele ja bei uns haben, ne? Weil die so nutzlos sind und uns nicht helfen wollen.
Bury 'em in the swamp.
Oh, fucking hell. Muss kurz um die Ecke hier.
Sending you to
Ah! I got hit! Woody. Oh, ich habe keine Gewehrmunition mehr. Ich brauche Gewehrmunition, Mann. Könnt ihr mir nicht mal was geben?
A barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Okay, Gewehr ist gut. Das ist sehr gut, die Munition.
But just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon...
Wieso schnarcht er mich hier an? Hau ihm doch mal aufs Maul.
Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
What? Warum? Warum will er von Indianern? Oh, wow.
Engines?
They were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right.
Yeah, genau.
See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
Okay, er hat seine Augen
Where was
gerestet.
I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Man sehen, wie man will.
Stop that, son bitch!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits.
Oh mein
More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Tschüss. Dynamit habe ich nicht gesehen.
But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
You ignorant son of a bitch!
Alter Schwede. Diese Typen.
Somebody kill that
Was
son
wo?
of a bitch!
Ja, 3 Leute down. Alter. Wo? Ich sehe ihn nicht. Sehr gut, die sind weg. Na komm, zeig mal her, was du kannst. Na, zeig. Sehr gut, Bruder. Mein, das sind diese Typen, die mit den Türen rumlaufen. Okay, let's go, die sind weg. Sind hier noch ein paar? Vielleicht, aber hier gibt es erstmal Munition. Vielleicht auch hier oben was fürs Gewehr. Wo? Aua. Oh. Shit. Dabei geht mir einer ab, Mann. Ja, dann zeig dich doch mal. Wo ist der Wichser? Da? Ja, also bisher läuft es sehr gut.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Ich bin auf jeden Fall noch richtig. Oh, gehe ich mal von aus. Bisschen meine Hand bewegen hier. Immer dichter in den Nebel.
A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Yes, it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board.
Na, klasse.
It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high, and those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found.
Alter.
But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Sind da noch welche? Wieso nennst du mich gelber Bastard? Ich bin doch kein Indianer. Was für ein Wichser, Alter.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Naja, aber wo? Mit dir, Brudi.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it.
Silberschrotflinte. Was gibt's hier? Elfenbein. Schaden.
Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
You rule the day.
Mal alles in die Luft jagen. Wird schon passen, oder? Irgendwo noch ne. Einer! Ich hab hier geguckt, weil Gold Nugget wurde mir angezeigt, Mann. So, und einmal hier reinklettern. Ganz entspannt. Und hier wahrscheinlich wieder rauf. Okay, irgendwo hier sind die Brüder. Warte mal, was konnte ich machen? Hä? Wo stand denn das? Ach so, nö. Macht das Sinn, hier rauf zu gehen? Vielleicht, ne?
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
The Daltons had played
Not
me
so
like a
tough after
fiddle.
all, is it?
Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive.
Okay.
But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
They're
well,
talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway,
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
oh God,
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. I was coughing up smoke and pretty damn pissed. I was done playing games with those boys. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Yeah! Oh fuck ja, Mann. Oh fuck ja.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side.
Komm schon. Ich muss zuerst. Ja, geil. Das lief gut, Alter. Das lief gut. Okay. Oh fuck. Dicky! Ey, das ist ja... Das ist voll unfair gegen zwei gleichzeitig, Mann. Ja.
Totally wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, He moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his 2 brothers.
Ja, Leute, ich würde mal sagen, wenn es euch gefallen hat, lasst ein Like da, ein Abo auf dem Kanal wäre richtig geil. Ein Kommentar saftig, knaftig. Und wir sehen uns gleich, oder beziehungsweise beim nächsten Mal wieder, je nachdem wann ihr schaut. Also bis dahin, haut ihr rein. Ciao, ciao.